All right, it's the Friday daytime stream. You know I'm not skipping Friday. No way are we skipping Friday. Ooh, it looks like I took a smaller picture. Oops. I'm going to take a full-size picture. That's okay. I think Mike's side's up, so I think he's going to adjust the thumbnail in a second here. How is it going, guys? Happy Friday. It's the end of the week, everyone's favorite time of the week. Not everybody. Some people work on the weekends, you know. When I worked for Target and Coca-Cola and all them places, man, that was those were hard-working days, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, when some people work harder than anyone else. So if you're in the service industry, you're working. I'm working. All right, so today we're going to say Quest sticker slabs, new commission slabs, new slab breaks, live card shop. We just have a lot of slab stuff going on. I think we always will. We're kind of a graded cards channel. We got a lot of them, and I work on them a lot. No doubt about it. All right, let me go ahead and tag them over here. Okay, good. PSA has announced the grades for January because they contacted me and told me that I didn't pay enough. So they have done some price adjustments. Luckily, they're pretty cheap price adjustments. It all looked like it was a $5 price adjustment for each one that managed to get a good score. However, on that note, very, very few of the grades were good. They were so harsh. So let's see. It was the January submission. We have a lot of Isai grades in here. A lot of Isai in here. And let me just see if anything's really notable. He had an Umbreon Terra SAR. I think that was one of the upcharges. Umbreon Prismatic. There were some, like, here we go. SAR Sylveon. If we click on this, take a look at the grades. Okay, one of the upcharges is right here, Umbreon. So Umbreon, he's like a $400 card or $480 card. I kind of get that one. But let's see, where's that Sylveon? There it is. So the Sylveon is a PSA 9, and they upcharged it. Despite being a 9, they upcharged it. So the Umbreon got upcharged, and the Sylveon got upcharged. How crazy is that, everybody? And let's see, were there any really crazy cards in here? Sylveon Terra SAR, Greninja SIR, Roaring Moon Prism, Espeon Prism, Dustock Spanish, Venom Impel Marvel for Jonathan Fernandez. Unfortunately, I think that one got like an 8. Lugia Neo Japanese, I don't think that one graded 10 either. These grades are so tough, dude. Like, it's crazy how tough these are. All right, let's see. Spanish Ruby Marvel. So I don't see it here. I don't see the Neo card, which I think what happened was I added it at the end, didn't I? Was that the trick? Let me see. Control Find Neo. Japanese Neo Lugia got a 9. That sucks. Japanese Lugia. We pulled one and it got a 9. PSA's gradings are so tough, dude. Like, I mean, I looked over the entire list. It's, how many cards is this one? This one had 165 cards in it, 166. And there's some 10s in here, but they're like, the poker cards got 10s. I guess poker cards tend to grade pretty well. I mean, they're packed fresh, they're Japanese, and they're just, if you think about it, they're just printed differently. There's no holographic, ever. They're always non-holo. And they're just this smaller, different card printed by a different company, probably. I don't know who prints it. Probably Nintendo prints it. Maybe they have their own printing facility. But whatever the case, the poker cards do tend to do pretty well. And so those got a lot of 10s, but they weren't even all 10s. But the majority of these, like, I opened an Aquapolis pack, right? I sent all the cards off to grade. Here are the grades. 8, 8, 9, 7, 8, 7, 9, 9, 9, 8. Damn, bro, like, I shouldn't even send it in. It just didn't matter. Here is a Topps card, Golbat Rainbow Foil, PSA 6. Pokemon Call of Legends Snorlax, PSA 8. Like, what? It's so vicious. Not like 0 of the vintage cards got a 10. And it's really making me think I should send those to CGC. So, but we did get some, like, here's some 10s. I sent in a Noctowl AR. Bunch of them, apparently. And those went 10, 10, 9, 9, 10, 10, 9, 9. And here's some Tyranitar ARs, 10, 10, 10. Here's some EX Hidden Legends. A Whismur got a 10, and a Chikorita got a 10. But then Surskit gets 9, Machop gets 9. I'm pretty sure I looked those over because I didn't want to send them in. Like Surskit, I would have looked Surskit over pretty carefully, and that still got a 9. Like, you don't send Surskit out unless it's going to get a 10, because if it gets a 9, no one wants it. Yeah, that sucks, bro. Like, man, what are these great, dude? But here's an interesting one. Premium Collection Mew, 10, 10, 10. And I believe those are metal Mews. I recognize the number, 205 Mew. Those are metal Mews. All right, so I had some metal Mews, and they just graded 10, and I bet those are going to sell for like $100 or something like that. So those would be nice. You know where I got those from? Back when the Premium Collection first came out, I collected some of those metal Mews, and at one point we had so many of them we didn't really think anything of them. We thought they were junk. There's too many of them, and when they came back, even as a PSA 10, they were like $35. So now they're like 100. So now they're actually pretty good. So all you had to do was hold on to them. Oh, here's an interesting one. I did get one good grade. Ancient Mew is an upcharge. It is, so it's not a $5 upcharge. This one is, hold on, let me do the math. A $60 upcharge. I got a $60 upcharge on Ancient Mew 10. So I sent some Ancient Mews in that I did not send in the first time around because I picked between the good and the bad ones, but I kept all of them. So it looks like I sent in 3. The first one graded 6. The second one graded 6. The third one graded PSA 10. How about that, guys? Ancient Mew 10. And it was a $60 upcharge for that. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. Anyways, so that PSA submission is going to be on its way back, and I'm going to have a new plethora of slabs to price, and I don't even have all the slabs from last time priced. That's the crazy part. So we got plenty of slabs. Let's get started. We're 7 minutes in. Let's get started. So we got these beautiful Quest cards in front of us, and I've decided, and it's something I've been debating, I've decided they should be made available to sell. The prices won't be easy, but they should be available for sale. So these are very special cards, extremely rare, and I kind of have a monopoly on them. Like, you just can't find most of these, and if you do find them, they're at a really high price. And so that's probably why I'm going to go ahead and offer them for sale, because I realize when it comes to the Pokemon trading game, by the point that you have a monopoly on a card, that's probably the very best time to sell them, is when you have the monopoly. So I've got the monopoly now, time to sell. Okay, those are my thoughts behind it. This Gengar is going to become available. That's a pretty rare thing. This Gengar is really, really rare. It's pop 3, and I own 2 of the 3, I believe. Okay. Ready? So there it is. Very rare chance to own this Gengar. Talking really rare. You're talking like nobody else has this at all. It's just me. It's like a TCC exclusive item. Okay. And I don't normally sell stuff like this. I normally hoard it. But again, I realize this is probably the best time to sell it. Houndoom, 1 spot. Houndoom had 1 spot. That's right. Do we want to have a big-ass sticker on it? How are we doing this for these pricey cards? Are we putting big-ass stickers on them? I think we kind of do, actually. All right. Today is the day. I feel it deep inside me. What? All right. Hold on. There we go. Did the payment for the grading go through? I received a letter from my bank stating some transactions might not have processed. The $40 for grading was one of it. Once listed on possible being affected. It looks like it was processed on my bank account, but I just want to make sure in case I need to pay again. So I will address that in a minute. Somebody's messaged me. I'm arguing with the gold guy on eBay because I bought a piece of gold from him, and he shipped it in a really risky way. He shipped it straight to my mailbox, and I was like, "What are you doing, dude?" So he and I started arguing over that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bored. All right, let's see. We're going to check this real fast. So what is going on with this Gengar? I own 2 of them. And I believe there's 4 of them. There it goes. What? Let's try that again. How much will you buy my gold necklace for? It's 10K, 28 grams. I'm not very good at that kind of thing. What I buy is very specific. So I buy graded gold, because then I don't really need to worry about, you know, the authenticity at all. So this is a graded gold coin, and there's the fancy sticker on the back, and I just kind of stick to that. So I don't have any business buying gold necklaces. I don't have the equipment to test the gold on it. There are gold shops that test for that kind of stuff, but I'm not a gold shop. All right, so I'm the only one selling one, and I get to share my opinion on it. It's a Pop 4 Gengar. He looks very bizarre. Listen, someday this card's going to be 20 years old. And, you know, that day's going to come. And this card might be Pop 5 by then. Who knows? Who knows how many there really are? But it appears to be extremely rare. And so I just get to choose my own price for this because I have no competition. Okay, so that's my feelings about the card. And if I can't sell it for around that price, I'm going to hold it because I think he's going to sell around 3,000, whether today or someday, it doesn't matter. But that's it, because they're actually accounted for. I actually purchased this, so there is the card. When you're wondering, well, maybe the market will update and there will be one for cheaper. It's like, maybe not. When they're so rare, and I own 2 of them. Dark Hound, I own 50% of them. Dark Hound, Doom, Break. Jesus Aguilar, he got the lot. Oh, wait, let me make sure it was you, actually. Hold on, wait a second. You sent in 3 minutes ago. Wait a second. Hold on. Some people sent ahead of you. Nope, you're good. It's yours. All right, so Jesus Aguilar, you're the last person in. Good luck. All right. Jesus Aguilar. Can I buy 2 Aether Drift Magic the Gathering boxes from you for $400? I apologize. I'm not a discount seller. There's probably somebody who is, who you can get those boxes from, but I'm more like DoorDash. So when you buy stuff from me, I sit down here for hours and I open packs for you and I record it and we have fun together. But that comes with a little premium fee. And so sometimes I can drop the price on a good when I'm selling it per case, but I can't really drop it otherwise unless there's been some fluctuation in the market. So for example, you mentioned Aether Drift. If Aether Drift generally fell in price, I can change my price downward. But after that, I do have to have a little bit of premium in there. Did you say 2 boxes though? I mean, actually, you know, 2 boxes is pretty pricey. I have to see what your price is compared to what my price is. Like, if you're asking for a big discount, I just can't do that. But, you know, these Magic the Gathering boxes are kind of already hyper expensive, aren't they? Did you say $400? Yeah, so in general, though, the answer in general is kind of no. Per case would work. But when I think about it, those Magic the Gathering boxes, I don't think anyone's buying those by the case except for like card shops, because those are really, really hard to buy. They're super expensive. Here we are. Yeah, let me go ahead and take care of this. All right. I was working out a deal for Kendo. I don't know if Kendo's here. When Kendo shows up, let him know I'm trying to get in contact with him, because I can offer him a price on the blooming Elite Spark blooming. Or no, it's not called blooming. It's just called Elite Spark. So Hololive Elite Spark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow, Houndoom's finally done. There he is, guys. Houndoom. Quest sticker Gengar up on the table. Okay. Very bizarre Gengar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. This is a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16. Okay, pop these in. So this Dark Houndoom is part of the Rocket Returns collection, one of the most expensive collections in the hobby. because every card in this collection is so incredibly rare, and it's got Team Rocket as a reverse hollow stamp on the card. It's got a little rocket symbol down there. And so it's this rocket set that very few people got to open, and everyone wants to own it. The only thing that stops people from owning this is the fact that the prices are so unbelievably high. Like, go look up Rocket Returns 10s and you'll see it. They're just crazy expensive. All right, give me a number. Friday Night Breaks. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a real big one. 12 of these. Okay, we showed the names off already. All right. Okay. Okay, just give me a number and we're ready to go. Can allergy season end? I'm dying. Where's my good luck charm? Brandon. Yeah. 6. If you pull this, you're going to be a happy 1, 2, 3. All right, here it goes. Very prestigious vintage card. You know, we've got a lot of breaks going on all the time, but we don't always have vintage cards going. Although this is technically also a vintage card from the same time period. Big swirl there, green label because it's a discount card. Last sold was $250. We're doing $240, and there's none listed on eBay. So that's called the clearance break. Here's Joey Albrecht. Oh, wow. Joey took the star right away, so there's no more star card. Anthony Kalura. Sorry, Anthony. That is Mr. Mendoza, Eddie Mendoza. Ah. Andrew Martin. Joshua Whipple. Anthony Kalura. Sean Gallagher. Stexkowski? Zachary Stexkowski. There we go. Joey Albrecht. Starting to do a lot of nicknames here. 6. Oh, sorry, 6. NHCC. No, he pulled a lot. Beatrice Moniz. Sorry, Beatrice. A lot of names I recognize. Jesus Aguilar. The last one in. Mr. Jesus pulls the chase card. Wow, lucky dog, dude. Look at that. Holy. So it's not over until all the packs are open, because the packs have to line up with the number of cards or else it's not a legitimate run. So here's Jacob Doenbaugh. Lucas Lange. And Sean Gallagher. That is the end of the break. All the packs lined up with the names. There it is, guys. We have our results. Joseph and Jesus. All right. Wow. Sometimes it's okay to be the first one in the break and the last one in the break, because thanks to the shuffle, the chase card can show up in any position. Let's take care of Joseph. He's going to the star card, which is actually this Oma star over here. Let's take this rocket bag. Put this over it. And draw a little check mark. Okay, Joey Albrecht, first one in the Oma star. Any position, you say? Any position. Baked beans. So here's Jesus Aguilar picking up the Houndoom. Now look how this looks kind of gross almost, but watch how pretty this gets in one move. Watch this. Take this out of here. Dust it off a little bit if it needs dusting. And then put it into a nice clean sleeve. Like this one. On the 5th day, Jesus won a Pokey Slab. What? How the F do I miss every single Houndoom break? We've hosted a lot of Houndoom breaks. Ah, now it looks fancy. Wow. Yeah, that was a good card. I think all the writing on the card kind of makes it uglier, you know, like when all the numbers and all that. But that is very fancy. You want to see the zoom in? Wow. Very cool. He was the last one in the break. Okay. Now, toss these away. I can't imagine he wants this card. I think a lot of people don't care too much about the Bulk card, but it is rightfully yours. But you know, when you pull that big Houndoom, that's probably all you care about. All right. I don't know. CGC slabs are so clean. One. So those are the breaks. They're risky. Your odds were 1 in 16. I mean, a coin toss is 1 in 2, and that you're going to lose that half the time. So 1 in 16 is pretty rough. That is the nature of a break. This. If you only joined 1 in 16 breaks, on average, you would get pulled every 16 times. That would be the average pull rate. So you would have to join 16 breaks to win a break one time. See how that works? Because that would be the average if you had average luck. If you had below average luck, you'd have to join more than 16 breaks. And if you had above average luck, you would have to join less than 16 breaks. See? So be sure to think it over in your mind so that you know how you feel about it. All right, thank you so much. Let's see what's next. Hathim's here for 4 Nikke English. Yes, Nikke's been insane. Everybody wants Nikke. It's selling like hotcakes. Where can I put this? All right. 1, 2. Yep, that's a promo. I think that's a Japanese promo that fell out of the box. 2, 3, 4. The Houndoom went off. Congratulations to whoever pulled the card. Mr. Gym Break? There's no Gym Break currently, and I don't really have one in view. I don't have one sitting to the side waiting to be added. It is. All right. Gym Breaks might be fewer and far in between at this point. I think that I don't want the channel to just be like a coin toss channel. It's something I'm thinking a lot about. I like the cards. I like the idea behind it. But just like last time, I feel myself pulling away. Remember, we used to host them, and then I stopped them. Oops, here it is. Just something about them puts me off. But I don't think that they'll be perfectly gone. I think every now and then we'll offer them. The truth is, every time you have a card that's worth like $80, that card fits right into the live customs. Right into the live customs. There's no need for the Gym Break. The reason we hosted breaks is because you had cards that cost more than 400 or more than 300, so they don't fit in the live customs. So you have this redundancy to Gym Breaks, where they're very fun, yes, because they're like a coin toss in a way, but they're very fun for that reason. But they're a redundancy. You never needed them. Anything that's $80 can just go into the Poke Shuffle and the live customs. And what happens is, when you start putting all the clever looking cards into a coin toss on the table, you have nothing left for Poke Shuffle or live customs. So everything's in competition with each other, and it's a matter of what direction do I want the channel to go. Here's a theme. I hate that you change things so much. Let's call it experiment. But I think what you mean to say is you really like the Gym Breaks. You like them. Because the Gym Breaks, I know you get into those a lot. And so for you, if the change was to put the Gym Breaks back on and leave them, that's actually a good change. But it's not a good change to end them. But yeah, it's something that I kind of pick and feel with my gut as we go along. And so we took them away once before, we brought them back, and now I'm kind of slowing down on them again because I don't really see how the channel's really going to look if, you know, you just kind of come here and look for a coin toss break, and there's a bit of an odd feeling to it. Is that Ho-Ho toy still up for sale? It was never up for sale. I don't like shipping those. I feel like the Gym Breaks incentivize people spending more with you when it's easier to win than other things. Yeah, I can see why they're popular. Again, it's sort of like just a coin toss break. right? And so they end almost instantly, especially if it's a really good card. And people enjoy the thought of paying half for a slab on a risk rather than buying a slab outright for $80. So I get all that. That all makes sense to me. But I'm trying to do what's right for the overall feeling of the channel, and I don't want too many gym breaks. I think there's something about it that doesn't feel right with my gut. It just doesn't feel right. The same feeling triggered last time. Like, I don't want the whole channel to just be coin tosses. Does that make sense? It's a bit, it's something that you can discuss it. I'm not close-minded either. Did you know that? I'm not close-minded. It's just something I'm feeling out. Okay, you ready? Grand Theft Auto delayed to next year so other games can earn money. Mr. How's the store credit looking? Yeah, let me show you real fast. So we got Mr. Caleb Ibarra. We started doing commission sales for him. Kendo Paloris, $20. Here it is. Anthony Kalura has $207. $207. It feels good when I get another gym badge. Yeah, the gym badges those were fun. I like the gym badges. So I think the way it will go is gym breaks won't necessarily be gone, but I don't think that we'll put too much of a focus on them. They'll be once in a while, maybe once every other day or once every other 2 days or something like that. Cole Rifflard with a really, really, really big order. He also ordered a Shining Legends UPC. So I've sold 2 of those now, and it's time to raise the price on those because I'm just about out of them. You would be probably unsurprised to know that I do not carry a lot of those. They're really large and very expensive, and the price has jumped on that item. I already knew the price. I checked it yesterday. I already knew the price had jumped. But I figured I'd sell one more. I thought maybe LaFlame would want to buy it, actually, and I thought, let's get LaFlame another one of those at a lower price before it jumps. Wait, are they off the secret menu? Where are they actually sitting? Oh, they're on the main menu. All right, so this item will jump now. Yeah, because those UPC ones are really cool, but I was going to sell one more at the old price, and then we're going to jump it to a new price. When we priced it for $780, that back then that was a high price. People looked at it and go, "Oh no way, dude! I'd never buy that. That's a high price, dude." And all I had to do was wait about 1 month, and now that's considered a break-even price. So that's how it kind of works, and it's a shocking thing, isn't it? Shocking. All right, so let's see. Let me check sold. Actually, I'm curious what it last sold for. Sometimes sold's the fastest way to understand something. Okay. We are probably not going to raise it by very much. I'm going to bring it to 815, and that's it. So UPC is going to set at 815. Not really a big difference. All right, let me go grab one. Hello, Alex and NHCC. Hey, what's up with Mr. LaFlame? Are you PSX? What title are you talking about, Ivan? What did Ivan say? Only put new Slab for gym breaks. Yeah. Put a PSA 7 non-holograph. Like this right here. Put this up for gym break. What do you think? People want the very finest cards, like a nice Altart or something, like an AR. They want the nicest cards, and then they want a coin toss on them. I totally get that. But it's like, I never had to sell them that way. They can just go up like normal. People can just put them in Slab away. They can just buy them. We can put them in live customs. We put them in PokeShuffle. If I get rid of all those cards that way, we actually have fewer nice cards for the live customs, fewer nice cards for the PokeShuffles. Because the PokeShuffle, it goes all the way up to a cap of 100, right? So nice cards can go in the PokeShuffle too. There becomes this huge demand for that price range. But maybe that's something I need to think about. So round number 2, huh? We opened one of these yesterday for Mr. LaFlame. Okay. Ouch! God, that hurt. I basically have one more of these to sell and then I'm out. So we're asking $8.15 on the last one. Whew. Ow. Scratched myself so bad. That's a spicy meatball. Mamma mia! Trash. I remember buying one of these for $100 on TCG Player 5 years ago. Okay. These two cards look like they haven't been affected by the way they're being held. But the ones underneath them look like they have. There's a nice cheap Gengar. Population 4. I own 2 of the 4. So your odds of ever getting that Gengar is extremely bad. And it was printed 5 years ago. They're not printing any more of those. It's from the XY era. Not a lot of XY era Gengars to go after. Okay, let's see this. Can I just do this? All right, let's see. Oh, looks really nice. Good. It's actually decent centering on this one. You might have a 10. All right, good. You never know with these cards what you're going to get. Look at that grip, dude. I like bent the plastic up with my fingers. These strong hands. Whoa, he's so strong. A free Palestine? I'll take it. This. All right. One more. Oh, that fell right out. Bit off center, this one, huh? All right. Yeah, you can see it on the front as well. Celebi's doesn't look too off center, so that one might have a shot. And then here's this Pikachu. Pikachu! Ready? Ah, that wasn't too bad at all, actually. Pikachu wasn't being held off too strongly. The Ho-Oh required a lot of strength. Okay, there it is. That's part of what you're ordering when you buy this UPC box. You know, because the Lugia itself, as a 10, if this happened to grade 10, the Lugia itself brings in like $700. So the whole thing's paid for with one card if you get the right grade. However, it's hard to get that grade. They don't all grade 10. But this Lugia looks like, this Celebi looks like it could have a shot, actually. And this Celebi, last time I checked, was like 250, or it might be a little more than 250 now. So, you know, if the Celebi does grade 10, that pays off a whole chunk by itself. That's why these promo boxes are so fun to open. Does the code mean anything? Does this code have any value at all? I doubt it has any value, right? All right, guys. So we have this fantastic opening on this fine Friday daytime stream. Look at that. We only have 68 viewers this time. Kind of low on viewers. Surprising. You know, we had that daytime stream the other day with 120 viewers. Then again, I don't know what to trust with the YouTube watch count. Did you guys see that last night? It got all the way up to like 215, and it stayed up there for like an hour. And then it fell all the way back down to like 90 or something like that. Like as if we had 90 viewers at night. And it's like, that can't be right. There's no way that that number is accurate. The number of people talking in chat didn't really change. So I don't know what to trust with the YouTube watch count anymore. All right. snip this. All I know is we got orders to care for. That's what matters. Because we are going to be busy. All right. Code cards are good for your fireplace. Oh. All right, what we got? Arbok Shaman. Cool. Oh, lovely reverse hollow Pikachu is solid. You could actually probably grade that. If that graded 10, he's probably worth something. All right, what do we got here? Zekrom Marshadow. Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right. Shining Mew. Beautiful. That's what you want. You want Shining Mew and Test Tube Mewtwo. All right. There's also a Shining... there's a Shining Rayquaza in the set. Here's Zorua Raikou. Very nice. Oh, Pokemon Breeder. This card was never that valuable, although over the years she might have gone up in value slightly. So there's Pokemon Breeder. Very nice. Breeder, I barely know her. Here's Minum. I think the code card is actually worth like $5 to $10. Some collector boxes are expensive. All right. Oh, Totodile. It's a cute Totodile card. I think that's real cute. Incineroar Palkia. Oh my gosh. Roshi Goku's here. Ooh, Mewtwo GX. One last card, one last shot at a hit. But you got 3 already, so I don't think anything's coming out of here. There it is. Bulbasaur Reshiram, just like I thought. You just pulled the Mewtwo GX, and so that would suggest the next card's going to be a normal one. All right, well, Mewtwo, Shining Mew, and Pokemon Breeder are your pulls. I mean, I won't lie. I think that the Shining Mew is a really special pull from this set. He's got to be like a top 5. So I would say overall the boxes, it's a nice box. Will it be worth how much you paid for it? Because you paid $780, and that's going to come down to a couple things. How do these 3 cards grade? I think this card's looking a little fat down on this corner, a little thin on this corner in comparison. Considering how tough PSA grading is now, that might play against you. Then this Mewtwo doesn't look too bad. Pokemon Breeder, maybe a little thinner on the right. But then you've got these cards over here as well. And your Shining Celebi is looking okay on the front. So we'll see what they do with that. But that's no guarantee for a 10. Again, 10s are getting really tough. Shining Lugia a little thin on the left. So, yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag here. You might be able to break even if these grade, into 9s and 10s. You might be able to break even. So you might have just gotten your value out. Notably, also, cards like Bulbasaur, Totodile, and Pikachu Reverse Hollows, you could actually grade those, and they might make you $10, $15 of profit by the time they're sold. All right. If they grade 10. Cole Rifflerd. He also would like a round of shipping. You got it, Mr. Cole. All right. Cole Rifflerd. Cole's here, right? I haven't been in the stream in a while. What's up, Monkey D Edits? How's it going, man? Thanks, mister. No problem. All right. Fresh bag. Let's get you a fresh bag and get it shipped. Okay. All right. There we go. Ooh. Look at that. We got that Gengar Quest sticker up. Pop 4, $3,000. Super rare quest stickers. It's going to say Cole Rifflerd on it. Okay. And let's grab this over here. I assume that that's too high of a price, but it doesn't really matter because I want to show it off that I would be interested in selling it around that price. Ooh, man, we're almost out of postage. Come on now. There it goes. Nice. Print. Looks like it's going to storm. So, all right. You and Lugia, my favorites in there. Okay. Set this over here. We got to price up our gold, man. We got some gold to price. All right. Well. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Rigoberto Gil, 1 spot in the fossil sublist for Rigoberto. Four spots remain. Ooh. Thank you. Okay, Zachary Stekskowski, 2 boxes EB2. You got it, Mr. Zach. 2 boxes EB2. Right. Snipping that. Snip. This is from the moving sales menu. Take a look at all those items on the moving sales menu. Those are all really, really cheap. We got EB2. That's the fastest selling thing. But we also have some other interesting things like Kaiju No. 8. Very cheap. Dragon Ball. $38 for a whole box of Dragon Ball. We got the Carddass Nikke. A whole box of that for $55. So we got some liquidation prices. We are getting rid of these. And I'm targeting things in my house that are all stacked up and just sitting there. And we want to start getting rid of some of that before it's time to move. So I'm going to give myself like 6 months to get rid of stuff. There it is. All right. Cool. You can shuffle the slabs. Slab rotate. You got it. Slab rotate. Here's a really nice Japanese Tag 10 Brox Vulpix. Here's a Dark Raticate for only $70. We've got Leafeon. Here's Empoleon. And here's Cerulege. I'm going to go ahead and buy this Dark Raticate from Yolan myself. I think that he's nice. Where'd it go? Here it is. So here's the Yolan card. So you guys didn't buy them. I'm buying them. Okay. What does he have? $27? Now you got $78. All right, I'll put this over here. All right, Mr. Zach, what do we got for you, Zach? This thing's almost halfway. At 17 spots, it's basically halfway. Rayquaza, he's a big one. He's the kind of break where you stop what you're doing to see who pulls them. When that Rayquaza goes off, that'll be like a $1,000 card being pulled for $40 by somebody already graded 10. Wow, fantastic. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's nice. Nami. I think this is a harder one to pull, actually. I love One Piece. Nice. Yeah, we got some cheap, real cheap One Piece EB2 for sale. And we've been selling through it. We sold a whole case of it to Joshua Whipple, and I think we've sold through 2 other cases. And pretty soon I'll be low on it. I think I'm getting close to low right now. I know I saw one other case out there. So there's at least another case. Okay. All right. What means fossil sublist? Oh, yeah. So the fossil sublist gives you a... Well, let me move this around. Okay. It gives you a 1 in 16 odds to pull a first edition sealed fossil pack from our sealed box of fossil. So we're hosting a big special box break, vintage fossil, and it's moving real slow. It's real expensive. It's moving real slow, but eventually it'll sell through, and then we'll have a very special night where we open up a super nostalgic box of sealed fossil together. Okay. It's a set that just keeps getting more and more expensive over time. So it's only going to get, the price only gets worse over time for that fossil box, and it is rare like none of these other cards are rare. Like this guy, technically not that rare. Okay. Could One Piece overtake Pokemon? Anything's possible, but I would bet that it doesn't. What about you? You think it would? I don't think it would. I think Pokemon's got too many Poke lovers. It's got a successful video game franchise. There's Pokemon card tournaments and Pokemon VGC tournaments. I think it'd be hard to overtake Pokemon for anyone. But One Piece could still do very well. Like, for example, One Piece could overtake Dragon Ball, Final Fantasy, Yu-Gi-Oh! There's all these other card sets it can beat. I don't know if it'll beat Pokemon. Pokemon's pretty difficult. Pokemon probably going to hold the lead for a while. What do you guys think? Okay, we're still looking for a manga out of these. There's a Luffy manga to pull. Luffy manga. All right. Ta-da! I think probably not, because One Piece isn't for kids who are the main audience, but One Piece is definitely going to be a top 5 card company. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it, too. I think, you know, if it's been running since the 90s and it's got so many people who enjoy it, it's in a similar category as things like Final Fantasy and Dragon Ball. It's in a similar category. All right, let's see. Dragon Ball's dead. Well, I think Dragon Ball made a big mistake, which they can correct, so it's not dead. But they made a mistake, and they have to correct it first. When they correct it, we'll get a new look at Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was doing really well, because they had, like, Dragon Ball, whatever it was called, like Dragon Ball Super. And that set was selling. I mean, it wasn't selling super well, but it was selling kind of like the way Final Fantasy sells. People do like it. They do get into it. And then they started printing a whole different Dragon Ball game. And all of a sudden, you have 2 competing Dragon Ball games being printed at the same time. It's not like they stopped the first one and started the new one. They kept them both. Ooh, good box. Double hit in this box. Leader card. All right. But they kept both of the series getting printed. And I think that was a humongous mistake, because you split your player base between the 2 groups, right? And when your player base splits, it makes it look like there's no demand. And when there looks like there's no demand, everyone goes, oh, Dragon Ball sucks. Aha, Dragon Ball sucks. There's only a little bit of demand. Well, the demand is divided by 2 different sets. Like, we're opening up the Fusion set, right? That's the one that's on sale. Blazing Fusion. Well, what about this one? So that was a big mistake. They shouldn't have done that. Why'd they do that? What were they thinking, dude? Bad business. Same issue Digimon had in the past. Maybe sports can beat Pokemon. Yeah, maybe. All right, football cards are probably more popular in European countries for sure than One Piece. Some issue Digimon had, it just fell off so hard. How much is that Anth PSA 10 Master Ball Sylveon? Wasn't it like 64 or something? I think it was like 64. All right, let's see. Anthony, won't you be? Yeah. Anyone know Beyblade or Bakugan? Bakugan, that's my favorite card game. It's back again. Thanks, Zach. How much is the Big Ray, mister? The Big Ray. That guy? He's $40 per custom booster pack. These are 35 custom booster packs for $40 a piece. One of the custom booster packs will hold this Rayquaza in it. So he acts as sort of like an advertisement. Here's Hitmonlee. Here's the Jackal. Here's Palkia. Here's Minnie Moose. And here's Entei. Ooh. Anthony Kalura says 14 packs of prismatic, 200 from store credit, and 80 here. You got it. 14. Think about how that's going to work. So you'll have $7 left here. I think I need to go get a bunch more prismatic. I'll be right back, guys. What about Skylanders? I remember Skylanders. I was a scalper for Skylanders back in the day. I remember those. All right, this is it. Ugh. Oops. Good. Good. Let's open these. Anthony Kalura, prismatic. Ooh. Kids these days want vapes, not Beyblades. Time to pull Umbreon. Is that what you said, Anthony? Here it is. Yeah, we need to pull Umbreon pretty bad. Same with the Mewtwo. I want to pull that Mewtwo. You know, we opened a lot of Rocket. We haven't pulled a Mewtwo. I know he's in there somewhere, though. All that means is there's still opportunity to pull him, which is exciting. So there's 6. Now we need 2 more. Boy, if I could just pull that Umbreon over and over and over again for you guys, that'd be great, dude. I love seeing you guys get the big pulls. Oh. You should check out Vaporwave music. That's it. I'm checking out Vaporwave music. All right, good luck. Let's look at that. There it goes. That Hitmonlee would look nice in the Poke Shuffles. Nice PSA 9 Hitmonlee Vintage. Pulled for $5. That could be really excited. I like Eevee, but not for any blank reasons. Any sexual reasons. I don't know why I said blank. All right, here goes. 14 packs. Nothing but heat. Black Belt. Sparkling Crystal. Oh my God, Rayfort got pulled. Ugh. Not Rayfort. Oh, hell nah. Okay. Ooh. Vaporeon. Whimsical Cot. So if you're watching this show and you got any slabs you'd like me to sell on commission as well, that could be an easy way for you guys to liquidate some slabs that you don't feel motivated enough to get up and sell. I feel like the whole commission thing has worked out pretty well. I think that it offers you guys a new variety of slabs to consider. Gives me more stuff to show off on the table and gives you guys an easy way to liquidate too. The sellers. Oh, Griffon. I think overall the whole commission thing has done well. Here's Knockdown. Slewpook. Ooh, look at that Ogre's Mask. I have many slab, but all German. Yeah? You want some more German slabs? I got some Neo-German slabs that just came back from PSA the other day. None of them graded 10. Master Ball Ursaluna in this round. All right. Got one Master Ball. How about one more thing? Oh, okay. So you got an English Umbreon EX. That kind of helps a little bit. Not really. Trumpet. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Nah. All right. That's Prismatic. I saw that. 35K is crazy. Recently, a FaZe clan member spent 35K to pull the Crown Brown. What do you think that pull rate is? 35,000? Bro, what the fuck? What the? Are you serious? Cheap and affordable, 35,000. Holy, man. No way, you pull the trumpet. Here's Ursaluna, Ogerpon. Well, the problem is, I'm sure he got lots and lots of pulls along the way, right? And what he has to do is he has to grade those, and then he has to flip those. And he'll get back some of that 35,000. So, but let's say he gets about, I don't know, like 20,000 back in sales and profits. Remember, it has to be profits to earn the money back. So 35 minus 20, he would still have spent like 15,000 pulling his own Umbreon, which shows you they're just way overpriced, man. Anthony Kalura, well, it's not just that they're overpriced, it's that they're too hard to pull. Crazy. It's so weird because despite the odds, people still want to open it, because if you do, by some weirdly lucky chance, pull it, and somebody does get lucky, it's like huge bragging rights, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah, I pulled one. Did you pull one? Oh, you didn't? So despite knowing that the pull rate is terrible, people still get, their nips still get hard for it. They go, yeah, man, oh, it's like a fantasy. Like, oh, if I could just pull it, even though I know the odds are impossible. And that's the craziest part, is eventually someone does. So eventually someone does pull an Umbreon. All right. He could have bought 10 of them. I know, that's the craziest part. Thomas Levi Young, 4 packs of hollow. Well, maybe that's where it's heading to. Like, that's something that I would do, is I would just go out and buy an Umbreon. But maybe that's not as impressive as sitting down and saying, I pulled this Umbreon myself and it graded 10. Like, for example, I got that CGC 10 Dark Charizard first edition. I pulled that one out of a booster pack. And because of that, I never want to get rid of it. I just want to keep it. And so, it makes you wonder, like, is collecting not just this dry, economic, oh, I bought unit A and I'm trading it for widget B. Maybe it's also about, like, those moments where something special happens to you and you go, okay, now this item's, it's not just Umbreon, it's my Umbreon, like Anthony Kalura's Umbreon. You know what I mean? So I think there's an element of that, because I've bought a lot of slabs from people over a long period of time, and sometimes people express regret selling it. And I would say one of the biggest regrets has been selling a card that's especially special and you pulled it yourself. And so, like, for example, Jonathan Lewandowski, he pulled the Shining Kabutops, sold it to me. At the time, he sold it to me at what appeared to be a pretty good price. There it is. And but then later on, he would ask for it back. And not only would he ask for it back, he would pay a pretty heavy price to reobtain it. And that's because it really does come back to this sort of feeling like, this one's mine, You have more of a feeling of personal ownership. All right, you just sold me the Hitmonlee. Oh, because it's going to go up here. I pulled this. Sounds like a coping method. No, not a coping method. Again, it's about, like, it's a personal feeling that you don't get from other people's moments. It's your moment that you had. So this is why opening packs still, despite the terrible odds, still has a special feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, this might have a similar feeling to that, because you could just go buy a Rayquaza VMAX, or you're the 1 in 35 guy who pulled it and go, hey, I got him from the Poke Shuffle, or the the live customs, or the break. Hitmonlee. And it's going to say 106.9. Okay, So this is going in. Pokies only go up from all the years I've seen. So far, they've only gone up. You know, there will probably be another year where they slump or something like that, or slow down. Okay, that Hitmonlee is up in the Poke Shuffle box. Jack Gray says 1 Playboy, 2 Poke Shuffles. 2 Poke Shuffles. Ready? Yeah, but so I own multiple Dark Charizards. I own 2 PSA 10 Dark Charizards, and then the CGC 10 one that I pulled myself. Which one do you think I fancy the most? Duh, the one that I pulled. It just feels better. There it is. Haha. Jack Gray. Ooh. Ready? Playboy, 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 Playboy. I really like the way this one looks. Like, you know, so obviously we're going after the Donald Trump vintage Playboy card, but this one looks so nice and clean. You could probably just grade that and sell that anyways. Okay. I don't know how many people are nostalgic for Playboy. It's kind of just a nudie magazine. Nothing too noble about it. But still, it has that bunny, that iconic bunny on it. You think Playboy's kind of obsolete now? I don't think that I've seen the Playboy symbol in a long time. What's it good for anymore? There it goes. Okay. I'll give $5 to whoever pulls the Trump card and cuts it in half. You know, if you really want to entice them, you should offer to pay for the whole booster, because $5's not enough. But you know what I could do for those of you who would love to see that Trump card cut in half? I could create a pot where you donate $5 and somebody else donates $5 until it adds up to a big number. And we could call it a bounty, in fact. So I could allow you to donate to a group bounty. And then when the bounty is real tall, somebody else can go looking for the Trump. And when they find it, they say, let me have that bounty. And the bounty would be a store credit card. So let's say a bunch of people donate $5 to a group bounty. Goes up to like $40. And so somebody else starts hunting for that Donald Trump. And when he pulls it, he can decide, do I want to cut it in half for the bounty? Or do I want to just keep the card? That would be fun. That's one of the neat things about a community is you can host stuff like that. Look at that Dark Crobat. 9.5 Dark Crobat, huh? Well, look how off-center it is on the back. Let's get it priced. A little too off-center for my taste. I was just curious. I think it's probably a 9.5. No, don't cut it. It's actually a player card of that guy. Haha, for real. And man, CardCon you've got a business idea for everything. Respect. My brain has this way of monetizing everything. You know what it is, though? It's the fact that I can hear that there's a desire for something. You know, that's what an economy is all about. An economy is all about limited resources chasing infinite desires. And so you're right. When I heard him say that, you know, my brain was like, okay, so there's somebody here who would like to make a small donation to see the Donald Trump card cut. Well, that could work if there were a lot of people making a small donation. But, you know, if it's only $5, you're not going to incentivize a normal person to give up the card very easily, especially if they like the card. But, you know, Donald Trump's hated by at least half the country, and it's a strong hate. It's not a small amount of anger. And so I'm sure there are people who would love to see that card get cut in half. Plus, I think that'd be a very funny clip. All right, let's see. So Dark Crobat. And this is a 9.5. I mean, let's check for 9.5. I doubt we're going to find one. Oh, well, I take it back. There is a 9.5, but it's AGS. AGS 9.5, $85. I don't know. AGS, BGS? BGS is much more prestigious. Let's look up Dark Crobat PSA 9. We got Dark Crobat reverse. Let's see what the PSA 9 is. That guy's at least valued at a PSA 9. At least. If he crossed, he'd cross into a 9 for sure. And look, there we have it, 9, 150. He's going up for 150. He's going, you know what? Where he's going to go up for a little over 150. He's going to go up for 165. He's going to go up for 165. And that's going to say Yolan. There it is. That'd be a nice break. Cut tariffs in half, mister. I bought the Hitmonchamp. The Hitmonchamp? Or do you mean the Hitmonlee? If you bought the Hitmonlee, I'll just hand the card over to you then. I don't mind. We'll have to take it back. Oh, how do we take it back out of the Pokey Shuffle? Oh, you know, I hate to tell you this, but we shuffled the Pokey Shuffle now. It's shuffled now, so it would be kind of tricky to know exactly where it is and if we could do that right. All right, let's see. Hathim says 4 Nikke English. You got it, 4 of these. And a little promo card. Ready? All right. The shuffle is shuffled. It was easy to remove it before the shuffle. Now it's tricky. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. And here's a hollow. Ta-da! Hollows. Hollows for days. I need to sleep, but the stream's on. Rock-a-bye NHCC on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. I sent payment with my slab away payment. Okay, let's see what's over here. Alejandro Martinez. What's up, man? He says 8 of the Japanese Team Rocket. We're blasting off again. Oh, I guess I have 2 open boxes of Team Rocket. That sucks. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's so funny. I must have opened one and then another, and then eventually they got stacked on top of each other. That's how messy it gets over here. Love this lullaby channel. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Do, 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 do. And down will fall NHCC cradle. What's up with that song, man? That song's about death, dude. That's morbid. I just sent an important message on Discord. Okay, he says... So you would like to make a trade for Prismatic for the Moon Beyond. Is that card over here with me? Here it is. Here's Sedaton. I don't know where that Umbreon is. There we go. Where's the action? Here's Zapdos. A cold one. Wobbuffet. Cold. Meowth. Meow. He says, yeah, you have it. Let me think about it. So to sell that Umbreon, let me think about it. Do you think it would move in a break? I think if the card would move in a break, I'd be open-minded to it for sure. All right. Oh. So there you are. And that goes to our good friend, Mr. Alejandro. Thank you. Let's see. So again, Destined Rivals is the Team Rocket here, or is it different? It'll be called Destined Rivals. It'll have 2 sets in it. It's going to have Heat Wave and Rocket in it. So it's actually going to be pretty hard to pull the Rocket card you want because the loot table will be diluted by all these Heat Wave cards as well. And it's going to be really fun. Heat Wave was pretty popular. We opened a lot of Heat Wave. It's got that nice Cynthia Garchomp in it. Nothing bad about that. Of course, we got a Cynthia Garchomp right here from the past, don't we? Astral Radiance. Look at that. Very nice. So we got one of these going on right now. We need 8 more people in here. 8 more. So the Umbreon's over here. Is it, where is it? Is it on the table by chance? Or maybe it's under here. Let me check. He's wanting a little trade, huh? I noticed the Korean cards, although they do sometimes move, they don't move quite as fast as Japanese and English. Although people like opening them. So that part's true. I didn't realize we had so many commission slabs under the table. They get taken back down off the table after a little while if they don't sell right away. Did I not already sell that card? I feel like I already sold it. All right, let's see. Lou said you read his order but didn't open his holo live. Oh, well, we got to correct that. Lou? Who the hell is Lou? Who the hell does he think he is? Sorry, Lou. Is it on the table? I pulled it and graded it with you. Oh, so it's just, I know what you're saying. So it's just like in your actual slabs. All right, let me go find it. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. We're going to continue the stream, but I'm grabbing a slab first. Excuse me. Ta-da! I'm back. All right, Anthony, I've got the card. I'm gonna make you a quick counter offer, but you're probably gonna agree to the counter offer. All right. Because it's not a totally unreasonable offer. Okay. And so it's 35 packs. All right. The heavy breathing. I know. That basement is full of that cat ammonia, dude. I try to go really fast when I go find the slabs. I'll give you a tour of my house if you come over one day, guys. You'll see. I have to go really far to get to that slab room. Read Ivan. Ivan says, I sent for payment for him only before it was removed. Well, what could have happened was you could have sent payment and I just haven't reached it yet. All right. Speaking of which, Thomas Levi Young, 4 packs of Holo Live Premium is next. Thomas Levi Young. Here you go. Mr. Thomas. Oh, yeah. I didn't miss Mr. Ivan Slab. I don't think I've ran into the payment yet. What happened was he probably saw it. He probably sent a payment for it. Then I saw it and I said, I wonder why this hadn't sold yet. And I said, I'll just put it in the Pokey Shuffle. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay. Mr. Levi, Mr. Thomas Young. Here it goes. Happy Friday. Did you guys know Friday's one of the busier days of the week? Friday daytime stream, a little bit busy. That's not a surprise. I saw my data. We've been having a very good week. Here's this girl. Okay. Stamps, please. This girl. Listen. And this girl. And she's making kind of a like show my butt off kind of stance. Cool. So there you have it. That's 4 packs of Hololive Premium. Kind of a pricey set. It's getting old too, isn't it? It's a bit of an older set. Go back. We'll play this music. Thomas with the TO. Mr. Thomas. Oh, I see. You have some Hololive girls in there already. So you like opening the Hololive cards. Good. Is Kendo Pallor here, by the way? Kendo was asking about buying a whole case of the Elite Spark. I have a price for him now. Okay, so we took care of that. Good. Let's read out these orders. Christopher Houghton, Sarah Dusenberry, Ivan Rodriguez, Lucas Lange, Arturo Perez, Steven Sistrunk, Ivan Rodriguez, Aaron Rodriguez. So those are the current people in the queue. And now we're starting. Christopher Houghton, to Glory of Team Rocket. To Glory of Team Rocket. Mr. Anthony, stick around. We're going to do your trade in just a second, okay? Sad Friday for me, I guess. Well, you wanted the Hitmonlee? We'll find the Hitmonlee. You got to have faith. I just got to get to your order first. Here's Zamazenta. Just thinking about how to do it. I think what I have to do, basically, is guess where the shuffle would have sent the cards, and then I will have to retrieve it in 10 cold cards from the box, I guess. So this is Christopher Houghton. Here you go, Chris. 2 hollows coming out. Do what you got to do. Ah, here we are. Okay. Kairiki, I feel like this is the perfect gem break. Look at this awesome gem break right here. Kairiki. Yeah, nobody would gem break this one, huh? I want a gem break of the most excellent EV heroes. Sarah, box of OP EB2. Well, well, well. If it isn't Sarah. Sarah, I gotta go get more EB2. Give me a moment. You know, one break you guys can't see. The Lance's Charizard Jumbo. Lance's Charizard. You can't see it, but that one's a break as well. He's a $40 break. Don't forget, he is Charizard. Don't bet against Charizard. I always say that. Wish I could hold it up right, but you just want to see it. All right. That is an ongoing break. How many people are in it? I think it's like 4 out of 10 so far. Yep, 4 out of 10. 6 spots remain. Chance at a Charizard card. All right. Don't mean to create a problem. Oh, you're fine. Push to the night time stream if you want. No. We should have time. We should have time. Sorry about that. All right, here you go, Sarah. Sarah says 1 case of EB2, 12 boxes. Sarah, you shouldn't have. Oh, Miss Sarah. Okay. If you don't have time, don't stress about it. No, we actually do have time. Yeah, we have time in the daytime stream for this. All right. All right, okay. Is that Alexis? Alexis might be here. Yes, Alexis just got here. Okay. Alexis is here to do the shipping. How nice is that, everybody? All right. There's that. There's this guy with big bushy jacket. Drawing card with the drawing on it. Top hat man. Guy showing off abs. I think that's Luffy. Killer clown. Angry buff guy. Smoking man. Chef woman. See, I know all their names. Chef woman. Ugh, we need an Alexa stream. Okay. Hat Moose drawing. Has the signature been pulled from Sneaker Bunko? He says not searching, but has the signature been pulled? That actually is searching. Here it is. Quick, everyone respond in different ways. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. We have like 17 cases of Sneaker Bunko left. By the way, there's a lot of Sneaker Bunko. Tons of it, actually. And this. Maybe, maybe not. Yes, it's been pulled, says it then. It's a cold case. Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah pulling Luffy. Luffy the Poofy. I got the signature. I said I wasn't searching. Come on, guys. No disrespect, but you got a donkey face, bro. Bro, but no disrespect. No disrespect, but your horse has got... All right, let me grab this. I'll take the ring to Mordor. Mr. Kendo's here. Oh, Mr. Kendor. Do you have a Discord account? Contact me over there, and I will offer you a price for a case of the Elite Spark. Okay, so this is going to be number 2. That's what it's going to say. It's going to say number 2. Mr. Hawk to it on that signature. Hawk to it and spit on that thing. Remember that? And the other one, I like my cheese drippy, bro. Remember that? The time flies, doesn't it? All those memes are old now. Here's Charizard. Here's Jolteon. Hey, Ivan, there's one you might want. That's a good one. I noticed you like cards that you don't really worry about the grade. You just like the price. $25 XY Era Charizard. That's solid. Here's a Cubone. Here's a nice and cheap $7,400 Charizard. Ivan Rodriguez, 50 for Slabaway, and the Hitmonchamp. All right, you got it. So we're heading right over to Slabaway. And Mr. Ivan has a Myenas. Oh, wow. Yours is really confusing. So it goes from 525 to 475. Boom. All right. 475 remains. And now Hitmonlee. So I normally shuffle things to the back, don't I? Isn't that how I do it? And look, this card's kind of sticking up. So let's grab this chunk. And there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and there's the 2 live. All right, that wasn't so hard after all. That wasn't so bad. That guy's not used. Put this into the back again. Throw the written on card again into the trash. Here's your Hitmonlee. And I've already paid out for the Hitmonlee, so we're all good in that regard. Ivan Rodriguez. See, that's one way to collect, is you can worry about everything being a 10, or you can just look at a card that you want and be like, oh, Charizard for 25 bucks. I'll buy him. Can I have your gold spy Dakota ring? Well, shucks, I ain't never seen so many dang Charizards. I'll make a Discord. Oh, you don't have a Discord? You can email me if you want. We gotta have some way to communicate about prices, because I typically do communicate prices, not always live, usually non-live. Lucas Launch, 2 glory holes, 1 hot wing, 1 pokey shuffle. 2 glory holes, 1 hot wing, 4 pokey shuffles. What? He says sold. There you go. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Oh, $40 to the oldest slab break. The oldest slab break. Garchomp? I mean, none of them are really old. You got the Jumbo Zard's pretty recent. Pokeball is a little bit old. The Rare Candy is a little bit old. The Mega Break, I mean, the Mega Break's technically older than all of them, but it's not really meant to help the Mega Break. Mega Break's just meant to be left alone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to put you on the Garchomp. Very nice. Can I ship today or tomorrow late? You can ship whenever you want. Yeah, there's no rule. Now, let's grab this. Mr. Lucas. Yeah, none of the breaks are very old, are they? The Garchomp, please. Sounds like you prefer the Garchomp. Anyways, that's perfect. Everybody's happy. Garchomp ticks up from 4 to 5. So he is now 5 out of 12. Good. And let's open these now. Beautiful Dark Zard. Yeah, pretty crazy card, huh? Is that the correct price? I did that right? Let me look this up again. It wasn't supposed to be 8,000, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? Dark Charizard. So the cheapest one is Mr. TCA Gaming's Charizard, right? Oh, I did this wrong. Didn't I? Oh, I totally did it wrong. That's supposed to say 8.4. Look, he's got 7.999. So it's supposed to be 8.4 because the 400 is actually taxes. I priced this incorrectly. Oops. All right. There we go. Now he's correct. Lovely. All right. Last sold 10,000. Really? Maybe that's not a real purchase. Why? It doesn't make any sense why they would purchase it for 10,000 when they could get the same exact card for 8,400 from like TCA Gaming, which is a really reputable seller. All right, there we have it. More like 84. Time to behave, everyone. Oh, Mary's here. Finally, we're going to get good moderating. Time to behave. All right, here's this. Aha. Arturo Perez, let me get 2 Playboy packs. I need a new bag. Okay, let me throw this box away. Why is the box all sticky? Bloody Mary. Is there anyone who bought a slab from you for more than 5K? Yeah, I think Anthony Kalura definitely is one. Let me think about it. I've had a lot of cards in the $1,000 to $5,000 range style. For example, not Anthony Kalura, Joseph Albrecht, he bought like a $5,000 shiny Tyranitar from me recently. I think 8.4 is pretty high. I don't normally put cards like Dark Charizard up for sale, is the truth. But, you know, I'm in that point where I got plenty of cards and a little more interested in moving right now. So I have an interest in doing something new in life. We've been out here in Lake of the Ozarks for 5 years. So I have an interest in moving. And in order to move, I actually have to have money. So some cards could come up for sale just this one time, and then once we're all moved and settled into a new place, probably won't see that as much. But, you know, you see me getting rid of like the One Piece EB2. All I had to do with the EB2 was let it get 2 or 3 years old, and then the price I want to sell it at is going to be, you know, what it's worth that day. And that's generally true for all collectibles. They just all kind of creep up. Some creep faster than others. Pokemon has crept very quickly. But now you can't get Pokemon. You can't restock Pokemon at a good price. So, but yeah, you know, I might give up some key pieces like this guy, this Gengar back here, which would be very easy to just sit and hold and watch and see what they do. I think I say this all the time. My biggest mistake with Pokemon has always been selling my Pokemon, you know, because later on they're crazier. But I say that as a seller, so take it with a grain of salt, because maybe these go down later. Who knows? This one's really interesting. This one's more like a price discovery card. There's only 4 of them. I own 2 of the 4. So there are only 2 out in the wild. And so that one's highly speculative. But, you know, it got me to buy them. The Quest stickers, they're very strange. And you look at it and you go, nah, I'd never buy that. That's stupid. And then later you're like, oh my God, that's a Gengar I don't have. And it just kind of irks you all the time. And so I've got one, and I've got one for sale because I have 2 of them. But I want a pretty unusually high price, sort of like any good Gengar, right? But that's because I know it's only pop 4. Like, what are you going to do? The unusually low population is the selling point. Plus, it's such a unique looking... Whoa, look at that, man. Naughty. Plus, he's such a unique looking Gengar. I mean, a video game Gengar. He's so bizarre looking. He's like something out of Minecraft. Yeah. Louis creeps fast. How the Rayquaza break looking? It's moving. It's up to 16. 16 out of 35. It'll keep moving. Every Friday that rolls around, somebody will pop in there and be like, yeah, give me a spot in there. The thing is, when it gets real close, it'll sell very quickly. That's the pattern with all the breaks. There's the people who get in early because they love that specific card. There's the people who get in just because they're looking for something to join. There's the people who get in through the Poke Shuffler, the live customs. And then there's the people who join right at the end who are just looking for whatever the next closest break is, because that's their style of buying. Mr. Arturo, a new trump card in there. Sorry, man. Mary is a woman, NHCC. True. All right. Arturo Perez. 5.25. Thank you, Mr. Arturo. How's your life going, man? Things going well? I like hearing about you going and working out. That's good, man. We're all very supportive of that. We could all use more exercise, you know. People are sedentary these days. Steven says trunk paying down Gary Oak. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, you're in the next one. Ivan Rodriguez, EV9. That's this one right here. I sent for shipping. Oh, okay. Let me just get this calculated for Mr. Anthony here. Okay. About 33. Sometimes I average it up or average it down. This one's getting averaged up. So plus 42, 75 total. Look at that. You're already back up to 75, Mr. Anthony. Crazy. It's because you sent so many slabs. You want to see how many slabs you have left over here? there's the ones under the table that have already been priced and they simply didn't sell. And then there's these over here. Like, this is about it. Hypno. That's not much, huh? Wow. Commissions have been very successful. We have Aaron Rodriguez, 5 Glory of Team Rocket, 2 PRBJ Japanese, 2 OP9, 2 Legend of Blue Eyes. 5 of these, 2 OP9s. OP9 still selling to this day. 2 OP9s, 2 Legend of Blue Eye. Oh, that's the 25th anniversary set. Let's pull this whole stupid thing over here. Ah, here it is, 2 Legend of Blue Eye. There is an SB on break. There's an SB on break, is there? And 2 PRB1s. So, the PRB1s, where are those hiding? I don't feel like I've opened those in a little while. I see a box. Let me reach back. That's still going? No, that ended. Pretty sure. Alright. Do I have an open box of PRB1? I feel like I have an open box somewhere. Ooh. Don't do that. I swear to God, there's an open box. There's probably an open box of this somewhere, but I can't find it. I'm just going to open a new box. This is how I end up with multiple open boxes. But you know there's an open box somewhere. Oh, wait, is that it right there? Hold on. No, that's not it. You know you have an open box somewhere, but you know you can't find it either, so you just say, I'm not going to look for it. It takes too long. It takes too long to find. All right. Whoa. Look at all that. Vibing with the animals. So this is Aaron Rodriguez. Mr. Aaron. Ready? Wobba Fett. Good. There is a Regirock. Rawr. Cold. Sent a Discord message whenever you get a chance, boss man. Oh, yes, okay. So, let's see, can I do it from my phone real fast? It's called Elite Spark, right? We got to hurry with this because I got to lock in the price I've been offered. Because prices change that fast. It won't work otherwise. All right. Okay, so I haven't been offered that good of a price. But let's see. Okay. And what's our current price? How many packs are in a box? 15? Is it, well, here, did I do a price per box? It's under other card set. 78. So 78 by 12, I think. Okay. All right. 78 by 12. So let me contact you now in Discord. And it says I got a friend request from Kendo Palour. Thank you, Mr. Kendo. Okay, we've got a price of... So at the current price, a case would be think it 936 per case is what my menu price is. I'm offering you a much better price if you're buying by the case. You have to buy by the case. All right. There it goes. So if you're committing to buy that much, I can definitely lower the price. Everything changes when you buy by the case, is the truth. Because that's how I buy my cards. I buy them by the case. And if you're committing to that amount right away, then we can definitely look into getting you a lower price. That's something to keep in mind, guys. If you're ever wanting to buy something from me by the case, we can definitely work out a lower price. Okay. Good. And that's One Piece OP9. One Piece OP9. Sorry about the delay there. I just wanted to get that done before I got distracted and forgot what I was doing. Look at this firegrass. Doesn't it look exactly like Plants vs. Zombies? That looks exactly like Plants vs. Zombies. They definitely stole this, right? Okay. All right, okay, all right, okay. All right. We also have Armed Ninja. I want to be ninja. And there we have it. Thank you so much. So, Aaron Rodriguez, let's find your bag. Aaron, were you kept up top? What do we have with you? Yes. You're this guy with a ton of stuff up top. I'm more chatty at work now. You talk more at work? That's good. That's good, man. Usually that's a sign of feeling okay. I like to hear that. Your Chinese 151, is it Journey or Hope? Oh, you're asking, I think you're asking is... Oh. It's set, it's the first set. It's set number 1. And the special pull in that one is, I cannot recall. What was the special pull in the first set? It's got the Pikachu on the front, I think. All right, we have Omar, One Glory of Team Rocket, and shipping my bag, plus Slab. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Omar. Here's a cold round. I'm sorry. Let's go find your bag. Ugh. Got your bag. I'll toss these in here for fun, and let's ship you out. Here it is, Mr. Omar Faba. I have an old address from you. I'm going to use that, okay? Can confirm Mary is a troll, but I still blanket. We're going to hit print. Stamps has encountered a problem. What problem? All right, I'm going to reset the software. It just does this all the time. I think it's because I have to like download a new price, like piece of information or something into the software. I notice if you just reset the software, it works for a while again. And when you reset it, it has like this big download that it does. Connecting to the stamp servers. And there it goes, download. Yeah. I bet that's it. I bet the reason it breaks like that so often is every day it needs to be like updated for like USPS prices. And we had not reset it from yesterday, and then finally it told us we can't use it. All right, so here we are. We reset the software. Now we're going to reset the dimensions on the packages. See, I like to have the software sit open all day long because you configure it and then you can just use it over and over. I don't like to close it. Okay. Yes, notably, it just told me, would you like to use tomorrow's pricing? I bet that's what it is, the way that this software constantly breaks. And there it goes. So the trick with the software is to reset it constantly. Thank you, Mr. Omar. Appreciate you hanging out with us. I hope you'll come back one day. Or when your package arrives. Or whenever. Ivan Rodriguez, $25 art. Here it is, Ivan Rodriguez. It says Caleb Barra on the back. It needs to say Ivan. All right, Ivan Rodriguez. Good. All right. Ivan Rodriguez says shipping. Mr. Ivan Rodriguez, let's get you a round of shipping. Let's see if you had a bag. Don't know if you had a bag. Mr. Israel Gomez had one. Ignacio. That's Mr. Morales. All right, so I think it's just slabs. So let's get you a slab label. And now we're ready to do the trade. Remember that? We have a trade going on. We'll make this a little bit of a heavier label. Is shipping going out today? Shipping is going out today for stuff that was already set up from yesterday or before Wednesday. Hit print on this. All right, there it goes. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. Okay, I've made a trade now. Where'd I place that card? Here it is. I've made a trade for Korean Umbreon and 35 packs of Prismatic. 35. Was it 35? Yeah, it was 35. So there's 18. What's 35? I need 6 boxes. I've got 5 boxes. So I need to go bring in more boxes. Okay, give me a second. Ow, my toe. All right, here we are. Ta-da! Good. Did you price slabs you showed a little while ago? No, those are not priced. Those are not priced. Ready? Okay, so where do I set this? Maybe over here? Ooh, that's a lot. 6 booster bundles. Pretty good. That's going to take a minute, everybody. 6 booster bundles. Let's go 2 at a time. How about that? I say we go 2 at a time. I got Journey Together. No good hits, not one. Yeah. Journey Together has some really valuable cards in it. That doesn't mean just because you're opening a bunch of it that you'll actually get one of those nice hits. You know what I'm saying? Opening cards is difficult. And we're about to find out. Mr. Anthony gets lucky here. Woohoo, ready for cold pulls. Either way, good luck. Well, if we're lucky, we pull a beautiful Umbreon. That's what we want to see. Oops. Ready. Ooh. Right off the bat, a beautiful EVSAR. Wow, excellent. That's fantastic. All right. Well, that's a good start. Could we pull 2 SIRs? Here's, wow, imagine so close. Atticus, like Atticus Ross. Okay, Gaifu pops out. Slivion. Whee! Phase guys are jealous. Yeah. Okay. Well, Dusclops, friends in Paldea. Ooh. They're friends, but they're in Paldea. So many trainer pulls. I'm telling you guys, I don't think the set was supposed to work this way. Does anyone else notice that this set constantly pulls trainer cards? Whose decision was that? Somebody who was in charge of the loot pool pulls said, let them have trainers. Look, Larry's skill. I'm telling you, is trainer, trainer. They got all these full art trainers, and they don't want to hand out the SIRs ever. I think someone stole the print line. It's possible, at least. All right. I don't backstab people I consider my friends. Here we are. Very nice. Good. He wears gloves like a nerd. Yeah, I feel the same way about that way of thinking, by the way. It is. Loyalty is very, 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 very nice thing. Here's Dracloak. And Glass Trumpet. Very nice. Ta-da! Pop this over here. Throw this away. And let's go ahead and grab these 2 boxes. Let's snip this and snip this. All right. I don't know what you're alluding to, though, Mary. That sounds like an accusation. Grab this. I don't hang around people who wishes you were dead and smack talk you with me behind your back. What are you talking about? Mary, you got some strong feelings? All right. I don't know what Mary's talking about. What you're talking about, Mary. Seems like some beef here. That's what I'm saying. All right, good. Let's go ahead and snip these. Mary's being dramatic. Let's snip this. All right, let's snip this. Snip this. Let's snip this. Snipping this. And snipping this. Who hurt you? We need a mediator. Snipping that and snipping this. Yeah, I have no clue what Mary's talking about. Ta-da! All right. A Perez hurt her. Over what? There's nothing to... Like, what are you even talking about? Here's Professor's Research. Whee! Forces up. Focus up, people. We need an Umbreon. That's what I'm saying. All right. Very good. Professor's Research. Mary on that shroom trip. Here's Jolteon. It's Jolteon. I'd go to a buffet with some people. With some of the people here. A buffet, you say? Here's Umbreon. Lovely Umbreon Hollow. Oops. Sliveon. We've got Dusk Noir. Rawr. Dusk Noir. All right. Here's Carmine Jolteon. Professor's Research. Eee! Okay, lovely Professor's Research. Here's Lugia. I'd go to the Red Light District with some people here. I'd go on Carnival Cruise with some people here. Carnival Cruise. Here's Okie Dokie. I like that Lugia, man. Okay, some hollows. Roto Stick. That Lugia is solid. Here's Fez Andipity. And here is Tyranitar. Ooh, Tyranitar and Lit Leo. All right. We'll sleeve this up. And we'll sleeve this up. Lit Leo. Okay, very nice. King Polyrath says, Mr. Where has Cheese been? So Cheese was a moderator with us for a while. I was fighting with Cheese, basically. And in the Discord server, we had some people who were misbehaving, and Cheese took their side, and I said, well, Cheese, you can't moderate for me then. So that was it. So that's where Cheese has been. Cheese probably isn't in our group anymore. That Lugia and Tyranitar looks nice. My 5-year-old who's in kindergarten got suspended yesterday for punching a boy in the cheek. Violence. There you go. All right. And so basically he and I had a pretty strong disagreement, and that's just how, you know, any business might work that way. Tossing this over here. Mike's side in California, get your island butt up in here. We lost John, now Cheese. Which cheek? Tossing this over here. Okay, you ready? I had a manager at Target years and years and years ago, and he was a really good manager. He taught me a lot. He's called an ETL. ETL is a corporate manager. So he doesn't work for that particular branch. He works for the, you know, like the larger organization. He was a real smart guy, and I think he liked me, so he was often giving me advice. And we were in the break room one time, and somebody had just been, like, let go. And people were, like, trash talking or, like, you know, talking smack on this guy who was just let go. And people were, like, trying to goad the ETL into talking trash as well. And he kind of stood up and said, you know, I never trash talk. I never talk badly about somebody who's been let go or something like that. And that really impressed me all those years ago. So whenever something happens, you know, like let's say, like on the TheCardconomist, I had something very similar happen. I had a moderator over there, and he and I got into a big disagreement at some point, and so we went our separate ways. But it was very important that when I get into these kind of situations, I just don't talk too much about it. I just, you know, I got nothing but nice things to say, basically, and I don't have any trash to throw. So that's basically it. I don't like to disrespect people who are not there to defend themselves, and I would want someone to treat me the same way. There we go. So I had a lot of respect for that ETL when he did that, and that was all the way back, like, how long ago was that? That was like 12, no, that was more than 12 years ago. That was like 18 years ago. 18 years ago, he told me that, and it left a big impression on me. So, you know, people come and go over here. There are moderators that come and go. We've had a lot of moderators come and go, to tell you the truth. And when they go, I don't really have a lot of trash to talk. I don't like to talk about somebody behind their back, and that's it. I'm very respectful about it. Here's Slow King. Ooh. Same with, like, if we have somebody who's causing a lot of trouble, or they say something really mean or vicious, my policy is I don't really say anything back. That's it. I don't like to say a lot of mean kind of crap. If you're in a lot of these streams, you'll notice that. You won't hear me talk a lot about anything but what's going on here with this group. So I'll talk about you guys, about your lives, but I just keep it between us, and that's it. And that's just my policy, and I think that's a smart way to do things. Here's Sandy Shocks. Ooh. Mr. Who's the head Mysterian? I'm the head Mysterian. Come and go, you say. We actually have a gas station out here called Come and Go, and it's spelled K-U-M, Come and Go. And they are finally having to change their, they have to change their name. Life is too short to be worried about anyone else. Yeah, here we are. Here's Umbreon. But so basically, yeah, that's it for me. You know, if I had maybe like a moderator who one day is gone or something like that. Like I said, we've had a lot of moderators come and go. If something like that happens, I don't talk crap. They're not there to defend themselves. I'm not about that. It's not right. And I learned that from that ETL a very long time ago. And you know, it's interesting. Everyone was talking, you know, they were all being mean. They were talking trash on this guy who got let go. And there's a bit of sort of like gossipy fun to that. You know, it's this idea of social bonding over being mean to someone, like bullying or hate. And so you can socially bond very easily over picking somebody to hate on. You could do that to a YouTuber. Like a whole bunch of you guys might hate PokeRev, or there could be a group out there who hates me, so they bond over the idea that, oh yeah, TheCardconomist, he's the worst guy I've ever met. So social bonding over hatred's a very common thing. It's an easy thing to do. But I don't get myself involved in that. And I learned that from that ETL years and years and years ago when I was like 18. I had so much respect for him when he said that. He says, I don't talk trash on anyone who's been let go. I was like, damn. That's why he's the boss, you know. That's why he's in charge. He's the professional. And, yeah, it left a big impression on me all those years ago. Let's see. I hate them. Mr. Important question. One large, one small silver coin in my next shipment. How many slabs can I fit left in a $40 shipment? It's not just about how many slabs. It's more about what's the actual declared value of them too. So it's a combination of those two things. Because let's say you've got too high of a declared value, it has to be turned into an $80 shipment. So that's what it's all about. But we can try to optimize to fit everything into a $40 shipment if you want. Like, we could try to fit as much as we possibly can. Here we are. I can't remember what the declared value limit is for a $40 shipment, but there's a limit to it, and I don't remember. All right, so it looks like that Evie is going to be your top pull. Ooh, 1 day without gooning. Are you proud of me, mister? 1 day without gooning. There you go. All right. Here's Iron Hands, Slowpoke, Ogre Mask, Kieran, Execute, Master Ball, Umbreon, Sandy Shock, Slow King, Litleo, Tyranitar, Lugia, Professor Research, Dusk Nor, Roto Stick, Umbreon, Jolteon, Professor Research, Glass Trumpet, Ogre Pond, Ursaluna, Larry Skill, Amorous, Friends and Paldea, Sylveon, and Atticus. Okay, so Discord me details. Yeah, we could probably talk in Discord about your next shipment if you want. You know, if you want it all shipped out, just have me do an $80 shipment and just have me properly declare the whole shipment. You can all go in one stage. But if you want to keep trying to push it, you know, kind of push it out with the $40 shipments, we could do that too. And that always kind of stands the risk of maybe getting opened by customs and they disagree with what we're declaring. But we can do either method. The safest, easiest method is just to fully declare everything. All right, so there we go. That was fair. I was beat as a child. Yeah, some people have tough families. I had a tough family. I didn't have a good one. I had a pretty bad one, in fact. So that is one big order from Mr. Anthony. What you find if you talk to people online about bad childhoods, you find a lot of people had bad childhoods. Maybe it's just really tough to be a good parent. Ooh, beautiful. All right. So we'll put this here, and we'll put this here. I noted a big order came through, Mr. LaFlame. Was that you, and what were you interested in opening? I sent for 1 booster bundle, 2 Chinese 151s. Ooh, very nice. All right, I'm looking forward to that. The 151 Chinese booster. I'm sorry, the booster boxes. What is up with this lip? Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Should have bought 1 bundle. Yeah, it's easy to say that in hindsight, you know, but you don't know that when you're opening it. But in hindsight, you're like, dang, it would have been so lucky to open 1. And let's see. Oh, right, you're up here. You actually got enough that I think you're about ready for a box. Okay. All right. We have Colton Pinder, 1 live custom. Here goes Mr. Colton Pinder. We've got 1 live. Oh. 1 vintage pack. All right, 1 vintage pack. Ready? These are the TCC custom vintage packs. 1, 2, 3. And here's this. Gambler, Magnemite, Voltorb, Venonat, and Wigglytuff. Ooh. So beautiful Wigglytuff pull there. Pop these back in. There's actually, we're kind of low on those. We could probably restock that again. The $25 Zard slab. Oh, that already sold. I'm sorry. Ivan Rodriguez got that very fast. Anything that has Charizard on its name sells faster on average. I'll trade you my house for some booster bundles, minus the 13% eBay fee. That's how it feels, man. I mean, if that Face Clan guy really spent $35K chasing Umbreon, that basically is a down payment on a small home out here. It's crazy. Of course, they might have just had bad luck, too. Because I imagine there's people who pull it for less than $35K, but It is a crazy card. I wonder what it'll be, how will it be looked at over time? Because maybe they'll just keep reprinting Prismatic over and over and over again. And if they just keep reprinting it, even though it does take a while to pull it, more and more of them will simply exist. So they will be pulled. And one Rayquaza break. You got it. Okay, Colton Pinder. There it is. Colton Pinder. Have you opened One Piece today yet? Yeah, we've opened up some One Piece. Ta-da. So that Colton Pinder card going right in here. And this takes up to 17. There's officially less than half of the Rayquaza left. Colton Pinder. Very nice. Ooh. EB2, PRB1, OP9. We have Nathan Gordon, 7 red rockets. You got it, man. How's the queue? I don't think it looks too bad, but we've got a lot to open, I think, for Mr. LaFlame, and we are already 2 hours and 6 minutes in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Imagine if I didn't stop the stream and we just ran it all the way through like 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. How crazy would that be? I bet we'd pick up so many sales. That's such a key time period, All right. Snip of this. Very good. Sales and new customers. Well, it's just been a good time period. We got all these great sets. People are loving these sets. And there's such an interest in getting those top chase pulls out. So collectibles is as crazy as it's ever been. Cold. And Zamazenta. Mr. needs new customers on guard. Yeah, well, that's kind of always true, isn't it? Because people will collect for a while and then they'll take a big break, or people will buy, and then they'll run out of money. Something like that will happen. They'll be like, oh my God, what have I done to my bank account? I need to stop. You know what I mean? So something like that will happen, and then, that person will disappear. They could show up like a year later. That happens all the time. So like a year later, somebody who used to be a big customer disappears, and then like a year later they're back and they're like, hey, I happen to still like collecting. I feel like if you got the collector bug inside of you, you're going to keep collecting. Even if you take a break, you're going to come back eventually because it's too fun. It's such a decent thing to do with your downtime, right? Like there's only so many things you can do in life. You can play games. You could drink beer at the bar. You could go to church. I don't know. But this is such a great way to socialize with people and have fun, is just collecting. All right. We have an order from Mr. Alex. 1 Trump Playboy card. You got it. Ow. Okay, toss that over there. We're setting this down over here. Lovely. All right. Snipping that. Mr. Alex is going to pull a Trump card in one try. Playboy, 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 Playgirl, Playboy, Playboy. Man, one of these lovely Playboy brand cards. I like the Playboy brand card. I'm going through bankroll pennies. Oh yeah, for like some really old ones, right? Eventually there won't be any pennies left to do that with. All right. Reset the music there. Mr. Alex, you're going to have a bag up here. Aha. Okay. All All right. Okay, and now it's Mr. LaFlame's turn. He wants a booster bundle and 2 of the Chinese boxes. I'll be right back. Got to get those Chinese boxes. I think they're in the other room, so I'll be right back. In a good way or a bad way? I am still looking for it. Let's see, is it over here perhaps? I know I have them. So that's the, let's see. I don't know where they went. Where did I put them? This is actually the first order of the 151 cards since we added them back on the menu. So what is this? That's Terra Festival. That's Gem. They gotta be out there. I swear they're out there, but I just can't find them. You know? Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. A little bit of downtime there. Woo! Boom. Alright. Payment sent for the 9.5 Beckett slab. Alright. Well, you're going to get, if that's the case, you're going to get this Beckett slab. And that one's going to stay on the table. Only $40. It's actually really solid. It's a gem mint card, so I'll set that there for you. I found it. Karis moved it. She basically hid it, dude. She hid them. All right. You see, I set my cards up nice and neat on the ground in a row, and she like stacked it on top of a shelf and then put something else on top of it that kind of overhangs, and it literally hit it. All right, there we go. Toss that away. Toss this away. I did the math. I'll trade you my house for 3,000 prismatic bundles. That's so funny. You could talk about your house in terms of prismatic bundles. 3,000 bundles, you say? Is very good. You know that legendary Charizard 10 just sold an auction for $35,000. So 3 of the legendary Zards adds up to about $100K. So if you had a $600,000 house and you divided that by 100,000, that's 6. So 6 times 3, 18. So your house, if it's 600K, is worth 18 Charizard Legendary Collection 10s. All right, so we got Shaman. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. 18 little Pokemon cards. Friend just put me onto your channel. How do I get a pack? What's up, Mr. Carlos? Hey, which friend? Here it is. So to get a pack, you want to head over to the description of the live stream. That's how you order cards. It's in the description. And you'll see ways to pay, like PayPal, ZELLE, Crypto, Venmo, Cash App. And you just literally send me money straightforward with a little note saying what you want. Very low tech, very caveman. There's no website involved. Well, other than these payment websites. Hey, Master Ball Slowpoke. Very nice. All right, Master Ball Slowpoke pull. Very cool. That wasn't in the Japanese version, right? That's English only, isn't it? If that's English only, that's a good pull. Is the Dark Charizard slab weighable? It is actually. If you're looking for the Dark Charizard, he is actually for sale for 8.4. It's a serious offer. It is tempting because there's one for sale on eBay for 8,000 right now. Here it is, Dark Charizard. Ta-da. I sold one of these years ago for 1,000. Can you believe that? All I had to do was hold it and not sell it. All right, so that's your first round there. Hey, Mr. Brandon. How are you, Mr. Brandon? There it is. If I ever need to, I would launder money through Pokemon cards. Maybe that's been happening. You never know. Because, you know, it's so liquid. It's similar to like gold almost. Better than gold. Rather sit on Pokemon cards than gold. Okay. Is my most recent offer fair or asking too much? Have no fear. I'll be reviewing that. I can't come up with an answer until I see the condition of the cards. Okay. I have to be able to see the condition. All right. Very nice. Are you ready? That's 2 boxes of 151. Let's get it. Chinese 151, everybody. This is for Mr. LaFlame. Ooh, very fun to open. Okay. Oh no. All right. Very good. And zoinks. Here it is. We've got Vaplume, Jolteon, the Jilted Jolteon. Jolteon twice. Zubat. So the Master Balls in the Chinese version of the set look very different. Oh, speaking of which, Master Ball Dugtrio popping out. That's a good pull, you know, because it's actually pretty hard to get a Master Ball in the Chinese version. So that's a hit. Dugtrio, Master Ball. You got Master Ball Slowpoke, Master Ball, Dugtrio. Okay, here's Zapdos, Mr. Zapdos. Vaplume, Gloom, Tentacruel. I hate it when the packs do that. Don't you hate it when they fall over like dominoes? Stanky Manky. Staryu. I don't need the hollows. All right, we'll save the Master Balls at least. Ah, you want this hollow, though. You don't want to give me this one. This one's actually pretty good. So there's a Gengar popping out for you. Moltres. Magmar. Dragonite. Blasty Boy. Okay. All right. Okay. Ah, Zapdos pull. So Staryu and Zapdos have been pulled. And a Master Ball Doug Trio. Polyswag. These are back on the menu. Mr. Mime. Metapod. And Seadra. I think Alexis just started shipping. I'm do like the Pokemon songs. Got to catch them all, Pikachu. Okay. Take it back out of the sleeve. Get rid of it. All right. Off to the bulk pile. So, and over here we have Slowpoke Master Ball was the main pull out of the bundle. Really not bad in my opinion if it can grade 10. And then Gengar, Staryu, this very interesting design, Master Ball Doug Trio, and Zapdos. All right, there it is, Mr. LaFlame. Those pulls were okay. I kind of, they could have been better. They were okay. They weren't bad either, like they weren't horrible, because we've seen some pretty terrible messes. All right, kind of running out of room out of your box. Don't need the EXs too. Okay. You can always donate them to the Pokepot EXs if you want to roll at the Pokepot. But the funny thing is, if you actually pulled the Pokepot, you probably wouldn't want anything that came out of it. You'd be like, I don't want that. People forget about that Pokepot. But the Pokepot's more like for when the channel is real slow. Okay, I'll keep these together. Good. Toss this back over here. We gotta get you a proper box in a minute here. I love that Slowpoke. One of my favorites. Okay, ready? I'm gonna roll the dice for you for fun. Are you ready? Okay. All right, there it is. So those two cards are gonna stay in the Pokepot. How about that? I think Alexa's texted me. She might need something. Oh no, we're all good. Here's this guy I was talking to. Okay. Whew. Next up, we have a big order, actually. We have Mr. Gavin Stewart picking up a 151 Ultra Premium Collection. Bro. All right, guys, we have a really big order coming in. Give me a second. We have a big order coming in, guys. Premium. Uh-huh. Do a little math here. Okay. Crazy how everything's changing in price. All right, come on, mister. I'm trying to complete my master set. Let's get it, man. Let's get that 151 Premium Collection. Excelsior. Ooh. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, didn't even tear. How about that? How do you like that? They got really cheap with the materials for these. Dude, plastic, dude. Plastic this, plastic that. Let's get some more there it goes. Let's get some more plastic. Ooh, if we could just wrap this all in plastic, and after that, maybe some plastic. My God, dude. Oh, well. All right. That metal card always does that. It's always clinging on for dear life. All right. Good. Ooh, look at this. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, one metal card. Yours has a big dimple on it. That's too bad. Okay, pick up Mew and Mewtwo. Lovely. So much better than Zard Shining Legends. They're all in a balance, you know. They all have their ups and downs. The Shining UPC, it's pretty tough because of the design of how it holds all the promos. But man, that set can hand out the freaking test tube Mewtwo, which is really expensive. All right, here goes. So this went up in price a little bit. It went from $400 to $415. Not a big change, but I did note that the set has gone up in price over time, much like everything has. So this is still available, but it's $415 now. Okay, there it is. I have a limited number of these for sale. There we go. I got one more of the Shining Legend UPCs. I might have to order a fresh one. They're very fun to open, the Ultra Premium collections. They're really cool. Is this live? Yes. Hey, it's Derek LED. How are you today, Mr. Derek LED? Whoa, we dropped down to 89 viewers, huh? All right. So here goes. Clefairy. Buttfree. Venusaur. You're missing a card. Missing a reverse hollow. We don't want to skip any reverse hollows. Slowpoke. Looking for that Gengar reverse hollow, you know. Okay. Most of these reverse hollows won't be worth anything. Too much of this product is getting open, you know. There's going to be millions of these reverse hollows. But you don't want to ignore Gengar. There's a Gengar in this set. Okay. Here's Arbok. Charbok. Rah. Cool, Charbok. Muck Blastoise. These stupid holographic cards that were in the English set because we didn't get stamped Master Ball cards. Absolutely awful garbage. Right. The Grabber. Grabber by the... Here's Pidgeot. Pokemon cards. He's going late today. Yeah, Karis just got done talking to Alexis anyway, so they were talking the whole time, hanging out. And so, you know, just give them some girl time, I guess. Here's Wigglytuff, because I feel like the whole dynamic changes if I'm hanging out. There's Pidgeot. Here's Machop. And Primeape. All of Karis' girlfriends are in St. Louis, so she doesn't get to talk as often with a friend. Oh, my ear's itchy. All right. Not itchy. Just feels like it needs to pop. All right. Not the Jinx. Yep, that's the Jinx. Woo! Well, shucks. This is my wife, Abigail. I don't know. She's got those BJ lips. All right. These lips were made to praise Jesus. Okay, beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean really tough round. Mr. Gavin, thank you so much, Gavin. Let's see, Gavin, you're probably up here somewhere. Gavin. Maybe you're in here. Gregario, Guardian, Graham. Let's see. The what kind of lips? That's a quote. It's a quote. I was quoting Bruno. There it is. You have amazing blowjob lips. These lips were made for praising Jesus. All right. Lucas Lange, one prismatic snipe. 1 minute left before NHCC. Oh, 1 minute left NHCC before the council revokes your application. How much do you make off a 151 box? It's not that much compared to the restock price. However, the thing is, those are 151 premium boxes that I've been holding for multiple years. So as a result of holding on to the product for a long time, it really doesn't look too bad. But if you go off of the restock values, it's, you know, not any more impressive than most of the other things I offer on the menu. So one prismatic snipe, Mr. Lucas. Ta-da! All right. I sent you a Discord message. Don't need to check now. Quick, check right now. A couple people sent me a Discord message. Okay, let me mark this unread. So you're thinking about trading in the rest of your stuff toward your slab away. Yeah, I see. You're maybe thinking about finishing off that slab away a little faster and then maybe picking up the Charizard. Let me see what this guy said as well. Sealed Ultra Premium 151 box. Can I finish off my slab away that way? I'm very much open-minded to that. Here's Mr. JC. The promo packs for Nikke. I don't think I got any promo packs. Ta-da! All right. So, Lucas. Waiting all day for his turn. Flagryon. It's Flagryon. Ta-da! I have till June, and I know I have some side with you that aren't commissioned. You know, I could just bring those up and show you what you got. You can tell me what you want to do with those. That's Lucas with an L. Lucas Launch. He didn't say new bag, right? Oh, here he is. Found him. Very nice. Mr. Still Alive crying. Yeah, what time is this? 7:06? It's getting real late, isn't it? All right. Mr. Mike's Side says, one spot on the Rayquaza. Mr. Mike's Side. Ta-da. Oh, it's getting closer. Oh, very nice. Ivan Rodriguez says he'd like to take one of these. Okay. So this is going to say Ivan Rodriguez on the back. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. Appreciate it. Mr. Just marry us instead. What does she have that we don't? All right. and a Mr. Dylan who says a Sneaker Bunko Japanese box. Mr. Dylan, I'd be happy to get that for you. Thank you very much. All right, here it is. All right. Let's go ahead and open this up. Grabbing this. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you, Mr. Let me know what we can do about my message. I'm not sure if you saw it yet. I'm at work going in and out. I think that you were asking about sending me a 151. Yes, I'm very, very open-minded to that, definitely. We could definitely do something like that. Basically a trade for product for product. If you had to choose between all of the Pokies in the world or your wife, which one would it be? Well, okay, so in this scenario, what happens to my wife? Does she just not exist? Or is she just like, you know, she marries someone else and la 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 la, right? Like what are the actual outcomes if I choose all the Pokies? That's my question. It is. Like, is it divorce your wife for all the Pokies in the world? Is that what the question is? Here we are. She's someone else's wife. Think about that. Grabbing this. Here's a hollow. Pink-haired girl. On the one hand, you stay married with the same person you've been with a long time. On the other hand, all the Pokies in the world, which isn't nothing. That's a tough one, man. I mean, what if I had all the Pokies in the world, and then I went up to her and I'm like, yo, see me? I'm the guy with all the Pokies in the world. Why don't you leave that dingleberry and come with me now? It is. All right. All right. Here's. Wait, let me ask you another question. Add another element to the question, okay? So if I ended up having to remarry or something, am I happy in the new marriage or am I unhappy in the new marriage? So you have to tell me if I'm happy or unhappy in the new marriage. So add that to the equation. Ta-da. Quit watching, I bet. We're being analytical here. We're being dry. We're being Horatio. Horace or whatever that. No, I think it's Horatio. Here's ta-da. Definitely happy. It's up to you on happiness, but you have to marry Alex. Nah, bro. Pass on that. I'm going with Karis. Have to marry Alex. Averagely happy. Averagely happy. But I mean that's happy then, right? If you own all the Pokemons, you're definitely single forever. Let's see. Okay, all the Pokies in the world, or never meeting your wife and being single right now. So, okay, let's say I'm single right now. But in this scenario, do I stay single? You have to like set up real parameters, like all the Pokies in the world and permanently single. So you got to set up real parameters. Because if you have all the Pokemon cards in the world, you're probably like, I don't know, how much, if you have all of them in the world, like every single last one of them, like all of the first edition Charizards, you've got the illustration contest Pikachu, whatever, right? You're basically asking me, what would you rather have, $1 billion or marriage? Okay, mister, your wife or all the Pokies, choose only one. Yeah, you didn't give me enough parameters. Here it is. All right, very nice. Okay. Like, for example, here's another concept. Like, are we going to live happily ever after? There it is. Very nice. You're not allowed to get married. Okay, so that's very important. That's very important. All the Pokemon cards in the world, but I'm not allowed to be married. I would have to go with the marriage. See, now you've made it a clearer question. The question makes more sense now. Because if you were a billionaire or 100 millionaire, I don't know what all the Pokemon cards are worth, but if you're a billionaire, you can get remarried. You know, other humans, I'm one of those believers that, you know, in general, people are capable of breaking up and meeting new people who genuinely love them, because, you know, everyone's equally worthy in a certain way, right? I'm kind of in that belief, right? Like, I've had a breakup before, and then I met Karis afterwards. And so, you know, I've been in love more than one time. And what you discover when you go through all that is that each person is unique. Each person is capable of being in a loving relationship. And so if it was kind of this scenario, would you like to have $1 billion, but you have to restart your relationship? I don't know. $1 billion is pretty life-changing money. You can do a lot with $1 billion. But then if it was $1 billion and no marriage, well, then forget about it. I want to be in a relationship. So you know what I'm saying? It's your wife on an alt account. Your wife is not going to be happy if she's watching. Nah, she knows who I am. I'm a very analytical type. She'll be like, that sounds just like analytical TCC. Have the money, buy to change the rule. Get married. Yeah, like we're both rationals. We're rational types. So, you know, if she heard me talking this way, she'd be like, that's how he sounds all the time. You know what I mean? And she thinks and talks the same way. Like, let's say I got like heart disease or cancer and I'm going to die. I'm not the type that would say, like, you can't get remarried after I'm dead. You know, I'm not that type. I'd say, I hope you get remarried to a decent person and live a good life with the new person. Here's Mr. Dylan. So I've got that kind of brain because it's the most logical thing to do. You're optimizing for happiness. All right. Mr. Dylan. Kind of like a mind over matter type of person. Mind over heart. Mr. Dylan. Very nice. You could exist and then coexist in supporter. Oh, but that's kind of bending the rules, I feel. TCC is the dream guy. Oh, yeah. I'm a real catch. I got some vintage rocket cards. Here, that 60. Oh, mister has the type of brain, you say. Some people have it hard. Moving on. All right, you ready? Oh, yeah. I mean, if you were to ask me questions like that, would I dwell on it or miss my wife? I would. Here's Mr. Carlos Sueva, 10 Glory of Team Rocket. Here we are. I dwell. I think about things. All right. But I also say, well, you know, so those are those feelings, thinking about those things. But now what are we going to do? What's the goal? So I'm very goal-oriented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very goal-oriented, and then my brain starts asking, like, what's optimal? What's optimal? What's the next smartest move? What do you do now? Okay, here's a snip. And a snip over here as well. All right. Yeah, I had one bad breakup in the past. Person I dated for a little while longer. Ready? Learned a lot from that, you know. Okay. Ah, Sneasel. Cold. Blaziken. Karis and I have been together for 12 years. Oh, man, that's such a good card, but that is not the Mewtwo, right? Yeah, Karis and I have been together 12 years. Here's Orbeetle, which means I'm ready for the latest model. No, I tell her that. I say, so are you ready for the latest model? I'm getting pretty old. Trade me up for a better boyfriend. There's Mewtwo. I learned some women are crazy. Some? No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I'm getting pretty old. A lot of mileage. Mr. Carlos. All right. But you never know. You hear about people breaking up years and years later. You never know. I don't judge people. If you get into a divorce, if you break up, if you get into a divorce, you get cheated on, you cheat on someone, whatever. I don't judge any of that stuff because, you know, it's just how it is. Like, look at these billionaires and their relationships don't even last. Billionaires can't do it. Celebrities can't do it. It's very difficult. I think that it's just a part of life that you go through different relationships. Oh, there's a, put this over here. Do you need a new bag? That's an expired bag. Cesar Rodriguez. Yeah, I don't judge anybody on that kind of stuff. Let's see. Carlos Lopez, Candy Vargas. I also don't judge people if they've never been in a relationship either. New bag time. You're just getting started. Better than the silver ball Pokemon. Who's better than the silver ball? All right, grab this. Ta-da. That's pretty cool, man. You're going to get stoned to death for that. What? What about you guys? Have you guys been through any really bad relationships? Because I've been in a bad relationship before. I think it's just the case that, you know, as we're going through life, we're all just sort of learning how to be good people, or like what you're supposed to do in life. And it's really, 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 really difficult. Everyone makes mistakes eventually. You're lucky if you have even moderate success at it. That's the way I see it. If you're even moderately successful at your relationships, you're doing pretty good. Cesar Rodriguez, what did this guy leave behind, huh? Do I drink? I don't drink. Oh, Palafin's not bad, actually. A little Palafin, huh? Melmetal, Unfezant. And there you go. That bag's not terrible. But look, it's from 124. It's 525. I'll set this to my left. Do I drink? I don't drink. I don't smoke. But I'm a bit out of shape. I could lose some weight. And that's because I love to eat. All right. She used to beat Mr. up. No, we get in these vicious arguments, though. Bad relationships. He means A. Perez, A. Peasy, and Mary. Giving me the stranger treatment. Putting this here. Let's see. Grabbing this. Nathan Gordon. 6 more rockets. You got it, Nathan. 7:19 now. I think it's about time for us to wrap up here, guys. We went for almost a solid 3 hours. Not really supposed to go this long in the daytime stream. I have a feeling tonight in the nighttime stream, I have a feeling that there might not be too many orders because everyone already spent their money in the daytime. But I'm still going to go live, and I'll be ready to host over there and do more fun things. 3, 4, and talk about anything you guys feel like talking about, because I feel like that's such an important part of hanging out and opening cards, is having fun conversations. Conversations where you actually feel kind of drawn into the conversation, you know? All right, there we are. Very good. Nathan Gordon. Cold. Spidops. Oh, Rocket Admin Guy. Okay, that's just the SR, though. Setaton, the Pokemon who definitely belonged in the Rocket set. Good, good, good. With an N, you're going to be right over here. Ooh. Well, that was a very crazy daytime stream. We have Mr. Bryce Carter jumping into the Rayquaza, and that's the last order of the Friday daytime stream. Thank you, Bryce Carter. Good luck in there. Only one person walks out with that very expensive Rayquaza. Let's count it. So we're shot right past the halfway point on this Rayquaza now. How many spots remain? Is it 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, 19. Ah, so it's actually 15 spots remain. Ooh. Ooh, yes. I did not get all of the commission slabs priced up, but we've been working at this a long time now, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap up. I got to go relax and go for a walk or something. Sent for 2 spots. Ooh, nice. Yes, there's a point where something exciting gets full enough that it starts moving a little more. Did Lance's Charizard ever fill up? I've been busy working. Here it is. Lance's Charizard has 6 spots left in it. It's a jumbo card, very interesting card, and I could definitely see this selling for a lot of money in the future. I mean, why not? Okay, so I just got that order. Mr. LaFlame's taking 2 spots in here. Good luck, Mr. LaFlame. I think everyone would be interested in a card like this. Okay. She wants something. The queen has it out for you. She wants blood. This is 20. And this is 21. There it is. All right, 21 out of 35 is filled. So we're, what, 14 away? 14? I think 14 spots left. Use my $40 credit for the Zard Jumbo. You got it, Mr. NHCC. Oops, I didn't really throw that properly. So the Charizard's halfway done then. When we come back tonight, we're going to have more stuff going on. I'll be looking into setting up a gym break. I'll be looking into setting up maybe a new small break to help this card move along. This card really got stuck on. There's too much competition. There's too many great breaks to jump into. So this card's struggling, despite how nice it actually is. It's a Garchomp Altart from Sword and Shield. There's the clearance Omastar, but we might have to give this card some help before we help the Omastar, because this card's been stuck, the Garchomp. Okay, nice. All right, well, I had a lot of fun, guys. That's the end of the Friday daytime stream. Did you enjoy the live stream? Let me know. You can always email me with feedback on ways that you think I can improve the stream. I'll be back for the nighttime stream and hope to entertain you guys again. See you later.